So if you just got a new iPhone 16 Pro or 16 Pro Max and are wondering how to use it, you've come to the right video. Today, I'm going to show you how to navigate the home screen, how to use and set up all of your icons and widgets. I'm also going to show you how to properly use the buttons on the exterior of the phone and many more things. As always, you will find timestamps for every specific chapter down below in the description. But anyways, that being said, let's begin with the basics. More specifically, the home screen. So when you open your phone up and unlock it, the first thing you see is your home screen. This is where you will find all of your app icons and all of your widgets, which are basically windows with information from a specific app. Now, if you swipe from the right to the left, you'll see that there's the option to create multiple homepage pages where you can store as many icons as you want. I think by default you have only two, so the main one and the secondary one with more icons, but you can create as many as you want, and it's very easy. The only thing you have to do is grab one specific icon, then tap and hold on that icon, move it a little bit to activate the wiggle mode, and then swipe that icon to the right. Then place the icon anywhere you want, tap on Done, and automatically you'll have a new page where you can store as many icons and widgets as you want. Now, if you want to store multiple different icons in one single place, you can create a folder. As you can see, I have a couple folders in this page where I've stored multiple apps. Creating a folder is also very easy. The only thing you have to do is tap and hold on an icon, move it a little bit to activate wiggle mode, and then carefully place it on top of another icon. This can sometimes be a little finicky because the phone may think that you're trying to replace the placement of that folder, so you ideally want to go slowly and then wait for the animation of the folder to place the icon. As I said earlier, once you're done, you want to tap on Done, and as you can see now we have 3 different games that the phone has automatically named action games in one single folder. This is a great way to save space so you don't have to create as many homepage pages. Now, something a lot of people don't know is that if you swipe all the way to the right, you'll find your app library. This is where you will find every single app that's installed on your phone. As you can see, there is a couple folders that were automatically created by Apple and that you cannot change or move in any way, a little inconvenient, but there is also a search bar. So if you tap here and then type the name of the app you want to search for example, let's type YouTube, there it is, you'll find any app that you have installed on your phone in an easy way. So if you have many apps installed on your homepage and it gets a little confusing, you can always come here, tap on App Library, and look for the specific app you want. Now, if one of your apps is here on the app library and you want to place it on the homepage, it is also really easy. The only thing you have to do is tap and hold on that specific app, move it a little bit, and automatically you can place it anywhere you want in the homepage. As you can see, if you place the icon all the way to the right, it is going to move it to the next page, and if you put it all the way to the left, it is going to move it to the previous page. So if I want to place this icon on the first page of the home screen, I want to put it to the left and then put it to the left again, and then I can place it anywhere I want. Now, as you can see, while we are in wiggle mode, we can place any icon we have on the phone anywhere we want. So if I want to place Google Photos right here, I can put it there. If I want to put it right here, I can also do that. So if you don't like the way your icons are arranged by default, you can always activate wiggle mode and change them so they have the placement you desire. Now, something you should also know is that you can activate wiggle mode by tapping and holding, as I said, and then moving it a little bit. That is one way. But you can also activate wiggle mode by tapping and holding anywhere you want on the display. So tap and hold, and boom, automatically in a much easier way, you can activate wiggle mode. And also, if you want to leave the wiggle mode, you can also tap here on done at the top right, or you can swipe from the bottom and you are going to perform the same action in a little bit of an easier way. It's easier to reach from the bottom like this than to tap all the way at the top of the phone, which can be a little uncomfortable if you're holding the phone with one hand. Now, as I said earlier, the widgets are little windows that display information from a specific app. As you can see, the one that I have right here is a weather widget that displays information, like the name suggests, about the weather. But if I want to add a new widget to this page or any other page on my home screen, I would have to tap and hold to activate wiggle mode, then tap on edit, then tap on add widget, and I would access the widget page, which shows me, like the name suggests, all of the widgets that are available on my phone. As you can see, there's some widgets that come recommended by the phone by default, and I can just tap on one of them, hold, and then move it anywhere I want on my home screen. But if we keep swiping down, we actually find every single app compatible with widgets installed on the phone. So we can swipe to any app, tap on it, and see the available widgets for that app. If we like one and we would like to place it on the home screen, we just have to tap here on add widget. Now, once your widget is installed on your home screen, the way that it works is actually pretty similar to the way an app icon works. So you can place it anywhere you want. You can move it into a different page by placing it all the way to the left or all the way to the right. And as I said, you can customize your home screen with widgets and icons as you please. But if you want to delete it because you don't like it, what you want to do is you want to tap on this little minus button at the top left and then tap on remove. Automatically, your widget will be removed, and same goes for apps. So if you want to remove an app, you want to tap here on the minus icon, and here you have a new option. You can delete the app, which will erase it from your phone completely, or you can remove it from your home screen. So it will disappear from the home screen, but as you can see, it will still be available. There it is. It will still be available on your app library, so you can tap on it, hold, and move it back to where it was before. There it is. Now that said, let's take a look at the buttons on the iPhone 16 Pro, because there's a couple buttons and their functionality can be a little confusing. So first of all, we have the volume buttons, the easiest to understand. You tap on the one at the top and the volume increases. You tap on the one at the bottom and the volume decreases. Then we have this one right here. This is the action button, and it can actually perform a range of different things. So as you can see, by default, I have it set to toggle the flashlight. So if I tap and hold on the button, it is going to turn on the flashlight. If I tap and hold on it again, it's going to turn it off. But you can actually customize it to do almost anything you want. To do that, you have to come back to the settings, then swipe back to the main menu if you were not on the main menu, and then tap on Action Button. As I said, we were going to take a look at the submenu later. It is now time to customize the Action Button. As you can see, it's set to toggle the torch or flash, so that's what you saw earlier, but there's more things you can do. So if you swipe from the left to the right, you can use it to open the camera, either in photo or selfie or video, portrait, anything you want. So if it's selected video and then I tap and hold, it is going to open the camera, but in video mode. If I go back to this menu and tap photo, then tap and hold on the action button, it's going to take me to the camera, but on photo mode. Now, another very useful functionality is the silent mode. So if you tap and hold, the phone is automatically going to become silent, so it's not going to make any noises. And then if you tap and hold again, it is going to go back to normal, being able to make noises and sounds. Now there's plenty other options. As you can see, you can tap and hold to record a voice memo, to record or capture a song, to translate any text to any language. You can even add a specific control. There's a lot of things you can do that are complex and Maybe this is not the time because this is a beginner's guide. But if you feel like the basic functionalities like silent mode or the camera or the torch are not enough, just know that you can come to specifically either shortcuts or controls and customize this button to do anything you want. Now, as you can see on the right side of the phone, we also have two more buttons, the power button and the camera control. And these are a little bit more complex because they can actually perform multiple actions. If you tap, for example, on the power button once, you can turn the phone off. But if you tap and hold on the power button, you can actually activate Siri, which is the assistant on the device that, if you didn't know, can help you perform simple tasks like giving you the weather of a specific city or creating a new alarm in an easy way. Let me show you. Create a new alarm for 7 a.m. There it is. As you can see, it automatically creates the alarm. Of course, it is not going to be as complex as some of the new options like ChatGPT that uses AI, but for basic stuff, like as I said, giving you the weather, creating alarms, or opening apps, open the camera app. There it is. It is actually really convenient. Now you can also tap and hold this button and this button at the same time to automatically trigger the power menu. So you can slide to power off or slide right here to call the emergency services. Or you can tap this button and this button, the volume up button at the same time to take a screen capture of anything that's on your display. So if you tap this button and this button, you will be able to create a screen capture that will automatically be saved on your photos. Now, last but not least, we have the camera control button, which is, by the way, new to the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro. If you tap on it once, it is going to automatically open the camera. And if you tap on it again, it is automatically going to take a picture. It is not really too complex. It is a pretty simple and straightforward button with one single functionality. But what you should know is that because this button is already here to open the camera, you should probably not toggle the action button to open the camera because it is a little inefficient. I mean, you can do it. You can toggle, as I said, on the action button menu, you can toggle it to open the camera like this. And you can also make this button turn on the camera like this. But because you have this already opening up the camera, ideally you want to set this button to do something else. Now, that said, I want you to take a look at the notification center and the control center, which are actually a little confusing. So if you swipe from the top left or center of the device like this, you will be able to access your notification center, where you can take a look at all of your notifications. So if someone sends you a message or an application gets an update or anything like that, you'll find it here on your notification center. Of course, I didn't tell you if you want to leave the notification center, you just have to swipe from the bottom to the top, like with every other app. Now, if you swipe from the top right of the device, you will actually access the control center, which is basically like a mini settings page where you can quickly change some of your, settings like the brightness, like this, or the volume. You can turn on or off your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, your airplane mode, or your data like you could do before on the settings. And you have a couple different functionalities set by default. So you can turn on your flash, you can open the calculator, you can do a bunch of different things. You can even activate the dark mode automatically from here instead of having to go to the settings. Now, something a lot of people don't know is that you can customize this menu to look exactly the way you want, much like with the homepage. So if you tap and hold anywhere where there's no icons, like here on the bottom, there it is, you can actually arrange these icons anywhere you want. So you can move this icon right here, and then you can move this one here, or even you can move icons to the bottom. So if you want to place everything more towards the bottom so it's more easily accessible, you can do that. And if you feel like there's any other functionality that's not available by default here, you can tap here on Add a Control, and you'll have access to every potential control to add to the control center. If you want to add anything, you just have to tap on it like this, and as you can see, it automatically gets added to your control center. Now, if you want to leave the editing mode, you just have to swipe once again from the bottom. And if you want to leave the control center altogether, once again, swipe from the bottom, just like that. Now, something a lot of people don't know is that you can select which apps can send you notifications and which apps can't. So sometimes what you'll see is that some apps, like maybe Disney or Twitter or YouTube, are a little annoying because they keep sending you notifications you don't really care for over and over again. So if you want to disable or prohibit those apps from sending you notifications, you can actually do it. You want to come to the settings, then swipe all the way down until you see apps, and then look for the specific app that's bothering you. So in this case, imagine it is Amazon. I can tap here on Amazon. I can tap on notifications, and then I can tap on allow notifications to turn it off. So now Amazon will not be able to send me any notifications. Then if I want to revert it back to normal, I can just tap here and Amazon will be able to send me notifications again. As you can see, you can do this with pretty much every app that's installed on your phone. So imagine it's Snapchat that's bothering you. You can always tap here, notifications. And as you can see, I had already turned it off by default. I can turn it on again, turn it off. You can, as I said, choose which apps can send you notifications and which can't. Now, something you've seen all throughout the video is that if you are in any app and you swipe from the bottom, you can go back to the homepage. You're in any app, swipe from the bottom, go back to the homepage. It is almost the ultimate way to go back to the homepage. Anywhere you are, swipe from the bottom, you'll be back on the homepage. Now, something you probably didn't know is that if you swipe from the bottom, but you don't lift up your finger, so you do this and leave the finger tapping the display, you can actually access your multitasking menu, which is where you will find every app that's already opened on your device. So imagine you are in Safari and you want to go to the settings and you know you were using the settings before. Instead of swiping to go back to the homepage and then tapping on the settings, you can actually, back here on the browser, swipe and hold and then tap on the settings, which can be a little bit faster. Now that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If that's the case, please hit the like button. And if you have any question or you feel like I should have talked about something else about the device, please tell me in the comments. Now that said, I hope you have an amazing day.